This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Time is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint. It's going to be a little bit of a slick one on your morning commute today. Mark has a look at when the snow will be letting up. But first, today, a judge in the trial of former Pasco police officer is expected to make a ruling. Richard Aguirre is accused of killing a woman in Spokane more than 3 decades ago. Ruby Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane in 1986. Both the defense and the prosecution gave closing arguments last week. Doss died by strangulation. Her body found in an area that was known for prostitution. A used condom at the crime scene had Aguirre's DNA on it. The defense has argued that there had to have been other condoms in the area as well, but earlier testimony revealed there were not. The prosecution argues DNA evidence points to Aguirre as the killer. The ruling is expected to happen at 1:30 this afternoon. And we will be in the courtroom bringing you all the latest information as it becomes available, and we'll let you know both on air and online at KXLY.com.
All right, good morning. Your first alert weather. We take a look at the live radar and satellite, and we have the cloud cover, but we also have the energy that's really starting to move out of the area, and we're going to dry out. This system continues to move into Idaho, affecting travel along I-90 over Lookout Pass. We're going to see this whole system continue to make its way through Idaho. Should be a done deal by noon, and then we're going to have the cloud cover that's going to roll through. Currently, we're sitting at temperatures that are around freezing through the downtown corridor.
We're taking a live look at your roads this morning. Right now, we are on Perry, and as you can see, a little bit of snow on those roads, a little bit of a glaze of slipperiness over there. So take it slow as you are heading out the door this morning. We're following some breaking news overnight. The Spokane County Sheriff's deputies have arrested a man for felony assault for a 2-car crash in Medical Lake early Christmas morning. It happened just before 4 a.m. at the corner of North Stanley and East Ladd Streets. Deputies say 18-year-old Luke M. Marigo was speeding and ran a stop sign that caused the crash. The victim, who has not yet been named, was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and he is in serious condition this morning. Deputies say Marigo was admitted to drinking before the crash. Well, a man is facing vehicular assault charges after crashing into 2 parked cars, which then hit a person that was standing nearby. It happened on Saturday, 2 miles south of Moses Lake. The pedestrian and a person who was one of the people that were in the parked cars were taken to the hospital. No word on the extent of their injuries. The Hamas-controlled health ministry reports that the death toll in Gaza has now surpassed 20,000 since October 7th, when Hamas unleashed brutal terror attacks against Israel. Now, this comes at the heels of an especially deadly 24 hours in Gaza. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, that Hamas-run health ministry said at least 250 people had been killed during those 24 hours in central Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to meet with Biden administration officials today. Netanyahu vowing a long fight ahead in the ongoing war in Gaza. Well, President Biden ordered the U.S. military to carry out airstrikes in Iraq on Christmas night. The White House says strikes targeted locations that were used by terror groups. The strikes were in retaliation for a Monday morning attack that was claimed by the terror group. We got breaking news from North Spokane County this morning. A woman and 2 young children were injured on Christmas evening, falling from the 3rd floor of an apartment building. Major crimes detectives are investigating it as a potential mental health crisis. Deputies say that just after 6:30 last night, they responded to reports of 3 people falling from an apartment on North Addison Street. Now, this woman is known to have a history of mental health crisis and lives in the apartment with her 2 young children, a 2-year-old and a 10-month-old. None of the 3 have been identified yet to the public. Well, the Powerball failed to give up the jackpot on Monday night, and that means tomorrow's drawing is estimated to be $685 million. Plenty of money to fill out those missing items that were on your Christmas wish list that Santa did not pick up. Well, there are a record number of bald eagles in North Idaho right now for their annual migration. Lake Coeur d'Alene offers a special eagle watching cruise. It'll take you out to see these magnificent birds right on the water. The eagles are here for the kokanee, and on the cruise, you and your family can get a chance to see those birds up close and enjoy a relaxing time in the lake from the North Shore to Wolf Lodge Bay. The last day to board those cruises is January 2nd. We'll be back with a final check of the weather next.